guys, spring is finally here. We made it through winter. We survived. We are on the other side. We are on the side where the grass is greener, literally. And you know what, guys? We did it. It's been such a good morning. The sun has been shining. The weather's supposed to be really good today. When the weather's good and the sun is shining, you just know it's gonna be a good day. And also, welcome back to today's video. If you are new here, my name's Alora. I make motherhood, faith, and lifestyle content. If you'd like to stick around and join my little tiny corner of the internet, go hit that subscribe button down below. If you haven't seen last week's video, I'll have it in the cards above. But last week we were all sick, and you guys, when your kids are sick, it is the most heartbreaking thing ever. For a mom, seeing your kids sick, it just absolutely breaks your heart. I'm happy to say that we are all doing so much better. I mean, we obviously all have that lingering snotty nose, which is honestly like the most annoying thing ever because you just don't know when it's gonna go away. But like, we're not contagious. Overall, how we're feeling, everyone's doing so much better. So praise the Lord for that, because sick kids is no fun. So I feel like this week is already just gonna be such a better week than last week because we're all feeling really good and we have good health right now. Also, spring started this week, so like that's even more exciting. And my youngest, Ellery, turned 11 months old as well this week. It's been a very life-giving week. Like, I'm so grateful for the 11 months that we have gotten to enjoy. She has just been an absolute blessing, and I don't know what, like, I just can't even imagine my life without her. And Caspian absolutely loves having a little sister. That's his little buddy, and I don't think he could imagine life without her either. You guys, I feel like I just gave birth to her, like not that long ago, but she is almost one. She's almost a toddler. Like, I'm gonna have to say I have 2 toddlers here in like a month, which is just wild. With it being such a nice day today, I thought, let's just get out of the house. Let's run a few errands. There's a few things I've been wanting to do anyways, and I want to just kind of do them today. In last week's vlog, I mentioned our shelving that we put up in our living room, and I actually am going to be filming a reel or a short of me decorating the shelving, so I'm not going to show you guys that today. I'm currently kind of playing around with the shelf right now, but I'm not 100% done. I need to print some prints off at Staples today, and then I'd also like to check out Goodwill to see if they have anything that I would like to display on the shelf. So I wanna go do those 2 things today. Also, yesterday we dropped off my car at the mechanic. My car's like exhaust pipe is disconnected, but we dropped that off last night and they're gonna work on that today. So I don't know if we'll have to go pick up the car today. You guys, I don't know anything about cars. I don't know what it all entails, but yesterday on the way to the mechanic, I was praying. I was like, Lord, may this business be honest. May the repair be reasonable, because here recently, if you've been keeping up with my vlogs, we have just been taking hit after hit after hit. Like, first our dryer went out, then our dishwasher went out. Now my car needs repaired. So many things have either needed replaced or repaired. While we've been getting these big expenses here lately with just, you know, replacing things or repairing things, the Lord has still been faithful through that. Because every time something has happened, like with our dryer or our dishwasher, it was actually during that same time they were running a sale on the exact appliance that we needed in that moment. Like, we feel these blows, but God has still been faithful through it. Like, life happens. I am moving the camera because both kids are now in the living room and they're playing on the coffee table where the camera was once at. But as I was saying, like, life still happens. Appliances stop working, cars need repaired. Like, these things aren't out of the ordinary. It just so happened that a lot of these things are happening to us like one after the other. If you are new here, you're just gonna have to get used to the fact that my kids are loud and that I'm constantly being interrupted. So that's just a warning to you in advance. Like, my vlogs are very much real life. Just because the camera's running doesn't mean our life just stops. Like, our life continues on, or my kids continue to be kids, and I continue to be mom. One of the powerful things about editing is I can cut out a lot of dead space, because I can't even tell you how many times I have been interrupted already during this little intro, and how many cuts I probably had to make just in this, you know, 5 minutes of talking. That is life with young kids. Just lots of interruptions, lots of kid noises, and you know, it's a beautiful thing. I would not want to be anywhere else right now. And to be totally honest, I kind of lost my train of thought, so sorry. Oh yeah, all the things that have been happening. So my car is currently at the mechanic. I don't know if we need to pick it up today or not. We'll see. I also need to browse Pinterest to find some prints that I want to put in the frames for my shelving. I definitely want to do some sort of like springy, very flowery type theme prints. And so I need to browse Pinterest and then send it on over to Staples to be able to print it there. Okay, I just browsed Pinterest and you guys, there were so many cute like springtime prints on there. And I'm going to be printing these on just like normal paper. So it's gonna be like super cheap. Such a really easy budget friendly way to decorate your house is to like buy frames and then just switch out the prints in the frames. And this will only cost me a few cents per page, so not bad. So I'm printing off a few different options and I'm kind of like pairing them together because I have a bigger frame and then I have a smaller frame and they're going to be side by side. And so I want to put prints that kind of flow well together. Starting off with this one, this is like the cutest little duck. I'll be putting that in the smaller frame. And then I thought like this really cute flower painting would pair well with it. So that's kind of option one. Moving on to option two. Not sure how I feel about this one quite yet, but I have this like little flower print to go in the smaller frame. And then this is so cute. Another duck photo, but this one would be in the bigger frame. So that is option two. Moving on to option three, which is my last option, but also kind of my favorite one. If I don't use it now, I'm going to be using this pairing during Easter. And it is, well, first off, this one would go in the smaller frame. It says "Be Still and Know," and it's got flowers, which I thought is very springy. And then this is beautiful. Oh, this is my favorite print by far. And what's even cool is the vase actually has flowers on it. So like perfect for spring, but it's Jesus mending a broken pot. And obviously that pot represents us. I'm just going to print off all of them and I'm gonna just play with it and see which one I prefer to display right now. I need to send this to like the Staples email so I can just easily go to the self-print area at Staples and easily print these off. You guys, it's so exciting to finally bring our living room together and put some decoration pieces on the shelving. I'm like I said earlier, I'm kind of just playing around with kind of how I want to style everything, but I'm so excited to eventually show you guys. We do not own a printer, so I always just print things off at Staples. And the reason we don't own a printer is because it's just not worth it. It's not worth going out and buying one. Like, we print things so rarely. And when it comes to teaching for Kyle, he does all of his printing at the school. Like, there's no need for us to have a printer here at home because Kyle does not bring work home. That's something I really appreciate about him, is that he has this really strict boundary with work and home. And he does not, the two don't bleed together. And that's something I absolutely appreciate about Kyle. That's really hard for teachers to maintain, is that strict boundary of like, work stays at work, home is where no school happens. And I know that can be very difficult for some teachers sometimes. Sometimes this district that they're at is not very supportive, and I feel really bad for you, honestly, because you don't deserve that. Teachers are one of the hardest workers I have ever met. And I'm not just talking about my husband, I'm talking about other teachers I have met. They are incredibly hard workers. They have a very difficult job. And I think it's a very underappreciated job. So if you're a teacher, just know that I appreciate you. I appreciate the work that you put in. I don't necessarily completely understand all that entails, but being married to one, I understand that it's not rainbows and roses. There's a lot of things that happen at school that are out of your control, but you have to deal with it. Those things can be frustrating because you have the heart for these kids, but yet you can only do so much in a 7-hour school day. Like, what happens at home is out of your control. And as much as you maybe want to help how their home life is, it's very difficult to do that. One thing I have learned is that like, there's so many kids out there who have rough home lives, and it breaks my heart. It absolutely breaks my, like, these aren't even my kids. These aren't my students. These, you know, it's just stories that my husband comes home with. And my heart absolutely breaks for some of his students because their home life is actually so bad. And there's nothing you can do to change the home life. I don't know if it's that motherly instinct in you, but like, Kyle will bring home stories. I don't even know the specific student he's talking about, but I just want to hug that student so much and let them know that they're loved, you know? I don't even see these kids at all, but it just, I don't know. It's that mama in me. Every kid deserves a good life. And what I mean by good is every kid deserves loving parents. Every kid deserves hands-on parents. Every kid deserves to know that when they go home, that they're safe. And you don't need money to make your child feel that way. You just need to give them your time and your attention. And I also just want to say that if you are a teacher, you're a rock star, okay? You are awesome. I worked at a Christian school my entire pregnancy with Caspian, and there were some days where the day, like this is a Christian school, you know, so a lot of the kids that go there, they come from pretty well-off families, and a lot of the times the families aren't broken families, they're nuclear families, so like pretty good homes. And even still, like there were some rough days, and I remember one day, it was such a rough day, my body reacted by throwing up. I know that's really gross, but like I was very far in my pregnancy at that point. My body just like could not handle the stress of that day, and it made me physically sick. And like that was just like one day as a teacher's aide. I cannot imagine being a teacher, managing an entire classroom by yourself. Like I said, you guys are rock stars. Hi. Did you hug me? Yeah. We are about to head to Goodwill. I am in my husband's car, if you can't tell. So what happened was I dropped my car off last night, and then we drove over to my in-laws, and Kyle is using my father-in-law's truck, and I'm using Kyle's car. His car is a lot older than my Sentra, so it's weird like having to remember it's not like a push start. I have to actually use the key. Kids are in a good mood. Ellery woke up like 15 minutes ago, so she's in a great mood. Bag is packed with snacks. It's gonna be a good outing. I'm claiming it. I think we're gonna go out for dinner tonight because if I remember correctly, if we go to like a certain pizza place, some of the proceeds go towards Kyle's school so that his 5th graders can like go to camp for free. That's really exciting because I don't have to cook tonight. Kids are ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's go find some good things. It is 6:15 and I'm exhausted. As I was pulling out of the driveway to head to Goodwill, the mechanic called and said, hey, we have a quote for you. It's gonna be $105. And I was like, I like had to make sure that they were saying 105. Yeah, I was like, wow, that's way cheaper than what I was expecting. And I just thought like, thank you, Jesus. Like this is exactly what I prayed for, that they would come out reasonable and honest. And it was only $105, which I know that sounds like a lot, but like car repairs, that's relatively cheap. So when they called and said that that was the quote, I was like, yes, go ahead and fix it. I'm willing to pay that. And then we drove to Goodwill. And then after Goodwill, we went to Staples, and I got a call at Staples saying, your car's ready to become picked up. So then I called my husband and I said, hey, like maybe you can drop your dad's truck off at their house. I'll meet you there. We'll ride together to go pick up my car. And at the same time, we can go pick up the pizza that we're having for dinner. And like, it all worked out great, but wow, I'm exhausted. It was, sorry if you didn't follow that, but it was just a lot. So I thought I would do a quick Goodwill haul. Kyle's currently picking up the pizza, so he'll be home in just a bit. But I wanted to give you guys a quick Goodwill haul. I spent $7, starting off with like the, oh no, it cracked. Dang it. I bought this mug for $2, it's brand new. I accidentally dropped the bag in the car and it cracked the mug, so I'm really bummed. Isn't that just like the cutest little snowman mug? But it's cracked. That stinks. And then I found this vase for $3. This is so cute. So I found this vase for my shelf. And yeah, I know this mug is not for my shelf, but I thought it was so cute. And now I'm so sad to see that it cracked. And then I bought these candles that like go in a candle holder. I don't know what you call these. Like these like long candles. They were brand new. They were $1 a piece. And that is everything I got from Goodwill. Kyle's home with the pizza, which is really exciting because I'm starving. We're about to eat pizza, so I'm gonna pick you guys back up tomorrow because I'm gonna spend the rest of the evening with my family. Good morning. It is another busy day. I'm just about to make my grocery list. You guys, I have been so bad about grocery shopping here these like past couple months. Couldn't tell you why, but I just feel like I'm having a hard time keeping on top of it. Like I used to be so good, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because Ellery's just getting older and so she's getting into more things and becoming more aware, and so therefore I'm even more busier than when she was a little bit younger. But I just feel like sometimes life gets really busy, like the everyday normal day things of life, and like I shouldn't feel like it's busy, but sometimes I do, and I don't think it's necessarily wrong to feel that way sometimes. If you watched last week's vlog, I think I was like out of food that week too. Like I don't know if I'm just not buying enough. Ellery's starting to eat normal foods. Aspen's eating bigger portions than before. Thankfully, I have March's meals all planned, so that at least takes that stress away. I can have March's meal plan linked down below. I know it's like literally we're like at the end of March, but there's still a lot of recipes that you guys might want to try out. I think I'm going to emphasize buying a little bit more food than what I have been, because we seem to just go through it so quick. Something I want to do in the near future is kind of share a week's worth of dinners that I make. So just kind of like a grocery shop cook with me type video. I think that'd be so fun. And you guys know me, I cook budget friendly meals. I pretty much stick to chicken and beef, so they're gonna be pretty boring, but they're gonna be budget friendly and your wallet will thank you. So I think I wanna kind of do a video like that in the near future. I just wanted to open up the day, say hello, kind of tell you what I'm going through right now, just be totally transparent that I just have not been on top of things. And I'm definitely very much type A. And so when I don't feel on top of things, I feel very high strung. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know, I feel off. I feel very off. I don't feel like myself. Like when I'm on top of things, when I am organized and things are where they should be, I feel awesome. But like when I feel like I'm playing catch up or I'm like scrambling to find the time to just get out the door and go grocery shopping, I just feel super off and frazzled. I hope I don't come across as someone who's been complaining a lot more, because I'm trying not to do that. I'm just trying to be real with you guys. Like I want to show not only the beautiful sides of motherhood, but also the realities of motherhood. And sometimes motherhood feels very like busy. For whatever reason, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I shouldn't feel that way, but I do. I'm also facing this issue of I'm dreading taking my kids out in public, and I hate feeling that way. If I'm being totally honest, I absolutely hate feeling that way. My errand runs, my trips out in public with my kids are so unpredictable that for whatever reason, it stresses me out. Kids are kids. They're gonna not be perfect in public, and I'm well aware of that, but for whatever reason, like it just stresses me out. And I think it's what other people will think that stresses me out, and not so much my kids' behavior, because like I said, like kids are kids. They're gonna whine if they're hungry. They're gonna whine when they're bored. Like, hello, welcome to childhood. So like it's not that stresses me out. It's what other people are gonna think. It's what other people might say. It just gets in my head. It gets in my head, and it stresses me out, and it just makes me not want to take my kids out all the time. And like I said, I hate feeling that way, but we're gonna do it anyways. A lot of the times I just push through, because I think getting them out in public is good for them. It's good for them to know how to act when we aren't inside, because I feel like they spend a lot of time inside. And so I think taking your kids out and about is a good thing, and they might display behaviors that for us as parents is probably embarrassing, but I think those are good opportunities to correct and also teach how we act. Does it feel exhausting? Abso-stinkin-lutely. It's so exhausting. I feel like teaching kids just can feel exhausting sometimes, but it's so good. And I know in the long run, I'm gonna thank myself so much for taking the time while I was still young to teach my kids how to act in public. But honestly, guys, we're in the thick of it right now. It ain't easy. Like, teaching your kids is not a walk in the park. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. I need to get this list done, and I'll catch up with you guys later. morning. It is obviously the next day now. I'm sitting on the floor with Ellery while she eats these like rice wafers. I just buy them at Aldi. Aldi doesn't have too many baby snacks to choose from, but she loves these, I think they call it like a rice rusk. It is a very gloomy day outside, definitely different from yesterday. Yesterday was so nice and also pretty warm. Today it's gloomy and cold, and I think we're supposed to get snow, like they're expecting snow, which I hope not, because we're in spring and snow just needs to stay away. The snow has had its time to shine, but that's literally Midwest weather for you. It could be like sunny 70s one day, the next day it's gloomy and like 30s. It's that Midwest temperature whiplash. I have zero plans today. I went out and about the past 2 days, and so today is just like stay home, no plans, no leaving the house kind of day. But I am going to finally decorate the shelving and film that today. But today's just gonna be a very in-home lazy day. Nothing much planned, but sometimes those are the best days, like when you just have nowhere to go, nowhere to be, you're just home. What she's looking like. It's not perfect, but you know what? She's cute. Oh my goodness, you guys. I love my living room. I just got done decorating the shelving and filming that. It just brings me so much joy. Okay, I'm not gonna show you the shelving. You'll have to look out for that reel. I should actually have it out by the time this video goes up, so I'll have it linked in the cards above. But guys, look at this door. So this is what the basket with the flowers looks like. I mean, does it look a little tacky? Maybe, but I love it. We've just been having such a good day inside. The kids are playing so well together. I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for being here and for joining in the new season with me. It is now spring. Warmer days are ahead. They are just around the corner and it's starting to feel real. Before you head out, leave your favorite spring themed emoji. So whether it's a flower or a plant or the sun, like whatever it is, go down to the comments, leave your spring themed emoji just to brighten up the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. If you have not yet subscribed and you would love to stick around, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, friends.